Hmm.
Can you get reported for saying in chat, I love little kids?
Yes.
See? Oh yeah? If he's dumb, then him and you have something in common. Oh, I don't give a fuck about you, nigga. Oh, I don't even have a dick, so you shut the fuck up, bitch. I don't give a fuck, bitch. Bro, I don't give a shit. I don't give a fuck, motherfucker.
Alright, let me see how this looks on YouTube. Hold up.
I don't think you even can since you're dumb and you don't even have science in your brain. Oh yeah? Answer this question from my brother. Answer this question from my brother. Jackson, do your ultimate move on them. Do your ultimate move on them. I know I'm the loser.
This is telebridging in Minecraft. It has one of the fastest speeds and only a very small portion of players can do this. It works by jumping forward with sprint and immediately turning 180 degrees to place blocks below you and repeat. It also requires high CPS, which means you need to drag click. A somewhat controversial yet efficient clicking method that allows you to achieve high clicking speed. Many of you may already be familiar with this, but what I'm about to show you today is going to change your understanding of Minecraft bridging forever.
Well, you have my IP. Jackson? He has my IP.
Ask him what it is.
He knows where we live. And he has a Wi-Fi. He knows where we live and what's my address? What's my address? Alright, bet. No, answer it, bitch! Alright. Bet. Do it. that's also your public IP. No, it's not. It says that, but if that's not my IP address. What's my address? What's my address? Okay. No, I don't. Wait, Jackson, let me have the microphone. Okay, guys. This is my Indiana. Okay, guys. This. Wait. Jackson! He doesn't not. Hold up, guys. This is my grandma. Now suck on my cock, boys. We do not live in Virginia. We live in Indiana. All right, bet I want it. You don't even have one. You don't even have one, bro. Do it then. Show me. Isn't that what you are? Imagine, bro. Not gonna be me. Gonna be me. Yeah, he up. The thing that he also couldn't be is you. Miserable, ugly, and brutally impossible to be.
Wait, he's actually faster! Not only is he going faster than Telly, his clicks per second is 0, meaning that he is holding down his mouse button this entire time, and only letting Minecraft's default block placement speed to do all the clicking. With the same distance, it will take the average speed bridger at least 12 seconds to complete. If you don't know how fast this is, feel free to come on the server and see if you can even come close to his time. This was one of those theoretical bridging methods that me and my friend would joke about back in 2022. We'll never expect anyone to be serious enough to actually practice it. The bridge itself is absolutely absurd, and being the first person to ever learn this, he named it Telly. As of the time when I recorded this video, there's barely anyone in the entire bridging community that can do this legit. While everyone was talking about how to drag, click, and telly bridge, this guy started his own journey of mastering every bridge but without even clicking. If this is how a normal player plays Minecraft, and if this is how drag clickers play Minecraft, this will be him. Jokes aside, he first started this journey by timing his bridges with single click back in 2023. It was then in early 2024, with the encouragement of his friend, he officially began practicing and mastering every 0 CPS bridging method. In fact, he's so ahead of the entire bridging community that he was false banned not once, not twice, 5 times by staff because no one thought his bridges were possible. This is Minecraft DAO, the best 0 CPS bridger in Minecraft. Having spent countless hours practicing, he is capable of almost every 0 CPS bridging method. He has perfected his aim movement, and at this point, he can bridge with just about anything. The regular telly and speed telly are also no problem for him, and he isn't just practicing for fun but can actually do this in real games, rushing people with a speed they never anticipated and getting false banned on the daily for his skills. Today, I invited him to play some Bed Wars with me and show off some of his amazing bridging skills. Now, before we start, following the last video on 0 CPS God Bridge, people were wondering if you can do this in the newer Minecraft version. So, I'm testing out this myself. I'm now on Minecraft 1.20.1 as you guys can see. The crouch animation looks a little bit weird, but there seemed to be no issue with the bridge. So yeah, you guys can still learn this even if you're on the new Minecraft version. You now have no excuse for not being able to bridge fast. And speaking of fast, I was initially super hyped about rushing someone with Telly in Bed Wars, but this bridging method is so OP.
But aren't Mom and Mia allergic?
Thank you. What's its name? Let's put pee on you because you already peed right there.
Oh my goodness.
I was about to cry. I was about to cry. Oh. He loved you. That's why. All dogs love people. Can I have him real quick?
He won't go to anybody else. He's all up on me.
No. You're just holding him. Let him have me for a second.
He's stuck with me, bro.
No, he's not. Have a hot dog. You're trapping him. You're trapping him. He's licking your feet.
That's okay. Technically, it's my ankle.
Whatever you guys do, do not let him like eat anything he's not allowed and don't let him sick.
Mom just told us that.
Let me have him for a sec. Let me have him for a sec.
He's so cute.
You're dog hogging, bro. Oh my god.
Bro, he's
She's so dog water, she's dog hogging, bro.
Bro, he loves me.
He loves me. You're dog hogging. Let me have him.
Don't hold him like that. Don't hold him.
Like what?
Here, you want him?
Yeah, I want him. Duh. I just touched his feet.
You're sitting on his feet. Oh.
He loves you. Just like Crossley.
Oh, he got some nails.
Do you guys love him?
He's all obsessed with me.
I think he loves your beautiness. Or it's his softness or
Yeah.
the pants. Yeah, probably.
Oh, yeah, maybe.
He loves cuddling.
I love cuddling.
He slept
Can I
like that
sleep with
whole
him?
time on my chest.
Can I sleep with
Well,
him?
Probably not.
No, you can't do that.
No, keep him downstairs.
But what about me?
That's my baby.
It's my baby.
Mom,
You can't
keep
walk
him
the dog. We all have to
downstairs.
share. How about we leave him? We can't leave him in the cage. I get him. We can't leave it in the room.
We're gonna get him a cage. They just didn't have nothing on the floor, so.
So that's where you guys
He's so cute. When you look at his face straightly, I know it's kind of funny.
You guys make sure he don't eat anything. Make sure everything's picked up.
That's a good dog.
We need toys.
Yeah, he does.
Guys,
We got him a couple toys, but you guys can't play like
Okay,
the
where
tug
are
of war rope type. You can't pull that because his teeth are really brittle and
Hi, baby.
soft right now.
Come here.
You love him.
I wasn't expecting it.
I think I like
Wait, aren't you guys allergic to dogs? Mom, aren't you guys
He's
allergic
short
to
hair.
dogs?
Loki.
I'm allergic to hair.
Make sure you take your medicine, and if you feel any type of way, make sure you tell me so I know.
Come here,
We're gonna wash him tomorrow.
Mom. Come here, Ducky. How about we do a schedule with the dog?
I get him on Fridays.
No, we
I
all
get him
share
on
him.
Mondays.
Wait,
I
wait,
also
wait.
call Wednesdays.
No, we all share him, guys. We all share him. Wait, listen. There are 7 days of the week, and there's 7 people in this house.
Jay,
You're
why-
saying we take. Hey, yo, chill. You're not supposed to eat that stuff.
He loves you so much like Crosley does. He's like your Crosley away from Crosley.
He sleeps with me on Friday, and it's Friday today, so I'm sleeping with
I
him.
call Friday.
I call Thursday. I call Friday. Wait, we gotta find a name that he likes.
He's Loki.
Clifford.
Clifford's
Clifford
great.
the big red dog. Loki.
Loki.
Jason.
Loki.
Jason. Mason.
that it almost instantly gets flagged by Hypixel's $1 million anti-cheat just after a few blocks. This is even worse than when you're trying to god bridge. But he told me that this is nothing to worry about. We can still use some other slower bridging method. But I just find it so funny that we have to limit how fast we're bridging while actual hackers have no problem scaffold hacking. I'm gonna give you iron. Okay, usually bridging is my job, but this time it's gonna be your job. Because we have the best 0 CPS bridger right here. Okay. Got the bad defense. Whoa, he's just going. Yeah, we should just go up a little bit. Fast. Oh, they didn't realize. Let's go. Oh my god. Yo, that's a first rush. That's a really good first rush. That is the power of 0 CPS bridging. He changed the bridging method while he was going. That's actually pretty crazy. So we have a yellow team that's going to Diamond Gen. You can keep going, honestly. Hey, he's just going. Bro, speedrunning.
But is that actually the case? Real speedrunner.
Minecraft DAO.
Oh, he got emeralds. No, we gotta go for this guy. We gotta go for him. What? No! Hypixel! What are you doing? Okay, did he throw the emeralds? Please. Oh, I got 4 emeralds. Okay, I'll throw you this. Here, I'll show you my amazing 0 CPS bridge. Oh, bro, no! I was literally there. No way. But at least we didn't lose emeralds. Okay, you're trash. Wait, report it? Report it? What? I hope they're not talking about us. That is crazy, bro. How dare you report us for the most legit bridging method? If I take this guy out, I probably get their bed. I mean, they have been farming diamonds for a very long time. Okay, I just trapped this guy. What? That's the craziest fireball knockback I've ever seen, bro. That was pretty weird. Okay, I shouldn't have... Wait, are you gonna get both of them? No way. No way. Wait, you got one? What? No way, bro. This guy's golden, bro. Dude, this is actually pretty cool, man. 0 CPS bridging. I never knew there's so many variations. For me, who's been bridging for such a long time, this is the first time I see so many like cool methods that you can also do. Okay. Straight to their base. Straight to their base, bro. No way. No way. He's getting away like this. I swear, bro. He could totally fight me. I don't know what this guy is doing. He thought I died, but I didn't. No. His knockback is so weird, bro. I swear. Brave fighting this guy. We need to find green.
Welcome back to National Geographic, and here we've found ourselves face to face with the Scythe player in its natural habitat. The Scythe player is a very aggressive species. It is known to rapidly attack anything that comes across its path. Another commonly known fact is that Scythe players hate being around other Scythe players, except they're around them all the time because there's so goddamn many of them. Truly, this is a species to look out for. You never know when the Scythe player might appear and give you a 0 to death.
Don't let your kids what's it?
So, you want to play the Scythe. There are several reasons why you might be here. For one, you might be here because the rank season just reset and you thought to yourself, hey, I think I'll learn a new weapon. If that's the case, then you're in the right place. Or maybe you're here because one too many Mordexes 3-stocked you last season and you thought to yourself, it's about time that I learn to use this weapon. If that's the case, then you're in the right place. Or maybe it's none of those things and you're just here because I uploaded a video and you wanted to watch it. If that's the case, thank you for being a supporter of this channel. Before I start this guide, let me drop the facade now and just let you know that I've never made a guide before, so for all I know, this might suck. And it will be a little bit different than most guides I've seen, so feel free to hate it, I don't really care. As someone who's played Scythe for almost 5 years now, I thought I'd just share my knowledge as best I can. So, without further ado, here we go. This is a Scythe guide by the one and only Professor Tripped Up. But before you play the Scythe, you need to learn But before you play the Scythe, you need to learn about the Scythe. So, allow me to teach you of the great history of the Scythe. Now, the time period...
Okay, I will.
period in which the scythe was invented is not exactly clear, but we know exactly who made it. The Grim Reaper. The Grim Reaper was the only one to use the scythe for a long period of time because no one thought it was an efficient tool for killing. Because of this, in 2012, a miniature version of the scythe called the sickle was invented in the game Heyday, and it was used as an agricultural tool. And then Mordex got his hands on a scythe, and honestly it was all downhill from there. And yeah, that's about it for the very true and extensive history of the scythe. You're welcome. Alright, now that you're all studied up, it's time to get into the actual guide. Okay lads, let's start with the basics here. So of course we have the individual moves on their own. So we have Neutral Light, a very good attack for attacking. No, seriously though, it is a very good vertical move. As you can see, it covers a very good area in front of your legend. So you can kind of like, you know, defend yourself. And also start strings very easily, but I'll get into that later. Then we got Side Light, very fast move. And it can also lead into many strings, just like, honestly, any move with Scythe. Then we have D-Light. Very, like, a lot of range on this move. As you can see, you kind of grab people from afar. So, it's also, surprisingly, one of the better killing moves for Scythe. I say that, but honestly, it's pretty bad, but it's better than everything else because Scythe cannot kill. Moving on to the air moves, we got Nair, which is kind of like a hook of sorts. You can kind of grab people. You like this, you can grab them. We have Sair, very good kill move for Scythe. Pretty fast, very fast actually. And a good amount of force to it, as you can see. So, definitely a good kill move. Then we have Dare, which you'll see that a lot of Scythe players tend to overuse this move way too much. Move away from the light attack moves, we now have Recovery and Ground Pound. So, Recovery is pretty good. As a recovery on its own, it's probably not the best. It does spike at a good angle though, but as far as like trying to recover back on stage, it doesn't have much. So it's not good as a recovery move, but it is good as an attack. And you'll notice a lot of Scythe players also like to spam recovery. And it's a bit more viable than Dare is, just because, you know, Dare is kind of quick, like the hitbox is quick, but the active frames on recovery are definitely a lot more prominent as a word. And then we have Ground Pound. Ground Pound is kind of underrated in my opinion. Sure, it has a very small hitbox. As you can see, that thing is like a straw. It's very difficult to hit. However, it is good in the aspect that you can do it very quickly, like this. As you can see, you can do almost like an instant sort of Ground Pound, like a reverse like that. So it's very good for killing off stage. Okay, here's where I'm going to deviate from a usual, like, guide. You see, I don't really want to sit in training mode too much more, because it probably gets boring watching me, you know, kill a dummy over and over. So instead, let me just answer some popular questions or things I get asked when I used to coach Scythe, because I did that a lot. Number 1. What is active input and how do I use it efficiently? Active input is a feature unique to Scythe. Basically, on certain moves, depending on what you input, you can get different outcomes each time. The attacks that use this are Side Light, D-Light, Nair, and Dare. Each one of these attacks has a soft and a hard version, depending on what you input. I'll briefly go over each one. For Side Light, you can get the soft version if you let go of your directional key, which is either A or D, in time before the attack ends, or if you want the hard version, you just keep holding it. For D-Light, it's the exact same thing. Let go if you want the soft, hold it if you want the hard. For Nair, it's a bit different. If you want the soft version, you have to hold the opposite key as to which you're facing. So for example, if you're facing left and you want the soft version of Nair, you need to hold D. Otherwise, if you let go, you'll get the hard version. And then there's Dare, which neither has a soft nor hard version, but instead has which direction you can throw your opponent to. So if you hold the direction you're facing, you're obviously going to put them the direction you're facing, or if you hold the opposite direction, you'll take them the opposite direction. Do keep in mind that the version where you don't change your opponent's direction does have more force, so it could be looked at as the hard version, but I don't see it that way. If you want to use active input efficiently, just make sure you know which inputs cause which version of the attacks. Number 2. What's the best way to edgeguard with Scythe? In my opinion, you can get your best edgeguarding if you spam D-Light. D-Light has a lot of range, so it puts enough distance between yourself and your opponent to where you can still hit them, but maybe not get punished yourself if you miss. As an added bonus, if your opponent is hugging the wall, the D-Light hitbox can actually clip the top part of your opponent's hitbox, so it makes it even easier to hit. And obviously, if you do hit a D-Light, you don't want to use the soft version of the D-Light, always use the hard version so you can kick them back to off stage. Of course, you don't want to use D-Light the entire time, or else it'll become too predictable. So if you want to use a mix-up, I'd recommend dashing up close to the edge very quickly and using an N-Light Sair, or if they go up high, use Recovery. Number 3. Is it a good idea to use Ground Pound? On stage, I really wouldn't recommend it unless you're in a very specific scenario. However, off stage, that's a different story. When I talked about Ground Pound earlier, I said it was very quick, but I didn't talk about what I call the level of commitment. If you use Ground Pound for any weapon besides Scythe, you'll see that there's a certain distance that you have to go before you can end the Ground Pound, even if you let go of the heavy attack key immediately after using Ground Pound. I've deemed this the level of commitment that the weapon has for Ground Pound. So then, what's Scythe's level of commitment, you might ask? Well, just as much as a middle school relationship. In other words, absolutely none. There is basically zero time between when you start the Ground Pound and when you can end the Ground Pound, which makes Scythe Ground Pound better than you think. Also, when you're trying to hit Ground Pound, you're going to have a better chance of hitting it if you let go of the Ground Pound instead of holding it. Because when you let go of the Ground Pound, there's actually an increase in the size of the hitbox. Number 4. How do you play offstage with Scythe? That's a pretty hefty question, so I'm gonna go ahead and throw it back to myself in the training room to answer that one. That does take me into talking about offstage with Scythe. Now, Scythe is definitely one of the best offstage weapons when it comes to Scythe. Wait. Oh my god. I am way too tired for this. Scythe is one of the better offstage weapons. Because it has a lot of, active input, obviously, but it also has a lot of control of your opponent, and you can do those sweet 0 to deaths that you see people do, those clips, so it's definitely a good weapon to use, but it is also difficult to use in this aspect that if you mess up off stage, you can easily get yourself killed, by going for an over.
It took me 12 years to realize Despicable Me and the Lorax happen in the same universe. Wait for it. In the Lorax, I realized Ted is wearing a familiar brand of shoes. Gru shoes with a minion logo. But wait to see what's even crazier. Do you remember the nun from Despicable Me 2? Well, she's actually from Thietville, the town from the Lorax movie. And that's not all. In the Lorax, there's an annoying little girl. But wait. She's from the evil family that appears in the Minions. And finally, the cop appearing in Despicable Me 2. Here's where I've seen him before. This is crazy. It took me 12 years to realize Despicable Me.
Huge moment, bro. Come on, you can do this. Pull it. Just fucking pull it. Don't be a pussy. And spit out that cum you've been gargling. Wow. I'll be honest, that was more impressive than the lift. Huge moment, bro. Come on, you can do this. Pull it. Just fucking pull it. Don't be a pussy. And spit out that cum you've been gargling. Wow. I'll be honest, that was more impressive than the lift. Huge moment, bro. Come on, you can do this. Pull it. Just fucking pull it. Don't be a pussy. And spit out that cum you've been gargling. Wow. I'll be honest, that was more impressive than the lift. Huge moment, bro. Come on, you can do this. Pull it. Just fucking pull it. Don't be a pussy. And spit out that cum you've been gargling. Wow. I'll be honest, that was more impressive than the lift. Huge moment, bro. Come on, you can do this. Pull it. Just fucking pull it. Don't be a pussy. And spit out that cum you've been gargling. Wow. I'll be honest, that was more impressive than the lift. Huge moment, bro. Come on, you can do this. Pull it. Just fucking pull it. Don't be a pussy. And spit out that cum you've been gargling. Wow. I'll be honest, that was more impressive than the lift. Huge moment, bro. Come on, you can do this. Pull it. Just fucking pull it. Don't be a pussy. And spit out that cum you've been gargling. Wow. I'll be honest, that was more impressive than the lift. Huge moment, bro. Come on, you can do this. Pull it. Huge. 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 Huge moment, bro. Come on, you can.
Go, man.